Classic TV and movie fans, Rick 9G here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm filming this later on in the day before you've seen this. So I know many of you have probably seen the trailer. If you haven't, I'll put a link in the top of the description so you can see it, or you can just watch it with me. I promise you that, so at this time that I'm filming this trailer came out the morning of. I don't know any spoilers. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm gonna see this genuinely with you. I also want to let you know up here, I'm gonna post to you a time where you can skip ahead to, because I want to say a few things before I actually react to the trailer. If you don't want to hear me say those things, I would suggest you watch it, but because I think it's important to what is coming, so just skip to this time and then you can just see my reaction. But I do want to start with this, and that's that I've already reacted to the teaser trailer, and I want you to know my subsequent thoughts, because I've already watched it and I pretty much told you that I really, really loved it. Like, I got goosebumps and it was really fun, and that's all true, 100% true. And I don't want to say I got buyer's remorse, but I think that the more the trailer sunk in, I still thought it was passable. I still thought it was good. I don't think it was superb, excellent, or beyond my expectations. I just don't, okay, with the trailer. With the teaser trailer. I think as more time went on, I was like, and I really want to hone into what I'm talking about, because all we saw, the quick performance of Jeffrey Daniel Phillips, Shuri Moon Zombie, and Dan Roebuck, right, as Grandpa, Lily, and Herman, and then them on the couch, and then we just hearing, so now what, right? And so I think what I was really mostly worried about afterwards was Herman, how he was portrayed. I think he did a good job. I just don't think it's the Herman that I know and love, if that makes sense. Again, this trailer could totally change that, and I'll tell you, hey, I'm very flexible and open here. I don't want this movie to bomb or to be the best movie ever. I just want to have an enjoyable experience. I think it has a possibility to entertain me and entertain you, and so I want to let you know that. Shuri Moon, her portrayal, at least what I saw, a little mechanical, but it was still good. I was still enjoyed seeing her on screen. And Dan Roebuck, I think, did the best job, in my opinion. So faithful to Grandpa, almost naturally well done, like amazingly well done. I'm just worried about Herman because he carries the movie. Like, Herman is an 80% of the Munsters TV show. I know this is the movie, but we'll just see. So I'm going to cue up the trailer now. I've already said my thoughts. So I'm going in this optimistically, but with lower expectations than I came into the teaser trailer. So I hope this is really, really good, if that makes sense. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your before thoughts now versus after you watch it. Your honest thoughts. They're not going to offend me. We're all in this together. We're all fans, and we're all trying to see the best movie possible, right? Rob Zombie's a fan too. So let's get right to it. I won't talk anymore. Let us look at this trailer. So I am a little nervous queuing this up. I have it right in front of me. It's a black screen. All I see is the Munsters trailer 2022. I'm a little nervous. I'm hoping for the best. Let's just do this. My real reactions, I'm going to be 100% honest with you as best as I can at this moment. Let's just do this. Okay, we have the opening. I'm going to talk through this, so if you want to see an untalked version, just hit the link in the top of the description. You can watch it on your own. I'm also going to analyze it after. Okay, Universal Pictures, old school.
House of 1,000 Corpses, Halloween, and the Devil's Rejects brings you the greatest love.
My heart's beating fast. Greatest love story.
I don't like the sound of that. Think of it. The brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
I want a man that makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I can whip the upper humpy down in the lab.
Oh no. Remember what happened last time?
He was batty.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm looking for a
Nosferatu?
vision, a queen, true love.
And what exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that you were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
If there's
don't know
one
what
thing
to
I
say.
know,
is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
It seems Miss
What's
Lily
up with Herman's
truly
voice?
loved.
Oh, come on, you know, and I know that we gotta get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
So it's... Black and white now. Thank goodness. Okay. I'm liking this a little better now. Grandpa? I love Grandpa so far. Ooh, love the mansion. I love the mansion class.
Transylvania. That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
September 2022. That's like in a couple of months. We're what? In July, August, September, October. Wait, July, August, September. In 2 months? That's how fast this is coming out? That's nuts. Okay. Wow. Sorry, the ending part is still playing. I don't know what to say. This is not the direction I was expecting. And let me tell you, I know there's going to be so many people in the description or in the comment saying many different things. Some people are going to say this is exactly what I thought. It's going to be a train wreck. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to the middle. Some people are going to be worried. Some people are going to be excited. There's going to be everything. I'm just going to go back, okay, and I'm going to look at a few things, not really necessarily play it. I might have to watch it again. 10 seconds, 12 seconds of this whole intro of 2 minutes and 50 seconds is the universal globe spinning. We start at a cemetery. It says Rob Zombie. I didn't like that intro part where it said Rob Zombie and the voice. It sounds very... And it's trailer number 1. There's going to be more of these trailers before the movie comes out, apparently. It looked very fan film-ish. And that's not a compliment. It looked like, I'm sorry to say, like if I did the editing for the Rob Zombie House of 1,000 Corpses. And, you know, like it is the script, but it was in the Halloween. Okay, I get that. Devil's Rejects. The Greatest Love Story. Okay, so this movie is going to be a focus on Herman and Lily's meeting together. So it's going to be a prequel. A lot of you have said that. I've kind of dropped that here and there. I thought it may be a prequel. Not absolutely sure. So that makes sense. There's no Eddie. There may be Marilyn. We may get like a pregnancy at the end kind of thing, right? But I'm still kind of at a loss. It starts at a cemetery. Greatest story. Greatest love story ever told. Then we see Lester, Wolfman, right? Brother of Lily. And he says something, right? He said, I don't like the sound of that. He sounds very normal. There was no wolf in him. That's not really a criticism. He looks very wolfish. But that's not the voice I was expecting to come out of him. I think Thomas Boykin, I think that's his name. It sounds like just normal. There's no inflection there. I don't know. Now, we see Hurley from Lost, Jorge Garcia, and, Dr. Wolfgang, right? Dr. Wolfgang, Richard Brake, wheeling in a corpse, like a mummified corpse, or just like the body of Herman, that's what we're assuming. We see him writing on a chalkboard all these equations and things, and we also see Herman, like a drawing of the Herman body. But he said something weird. He said, the brain of a genius? Okay, let me tell you right now, Herman is by no means a genius. Like, he's a klutz. He's a dummy. Like, saying this with all love, like, that's what he originally was. But why would it say a genius brain in the body of a perfect specimen? It should be, unless there's a mistake. Yes, okay, so the original Frankenstein, right, he's supposed to get the genius brain, and he breaks that one, right? And Igor grabs, right, the dummy brain, or like a flawed brain. And that's why the monster is like chaotic. But is this They're going to maybe mix it up and maybe get a dummy brain in there. That's my only explanation to that, if that makes sense. Because let me hear, I think that's what he said. Yeah, the brain of a super genius. So I'm thinking Dr. Wolfgang's goal is to put the brain of a super genius into the body of a perfect specimen. And he wants to make like a perfect human that comes alive, right? But then something goes wrong and he puts like a dum-dum brain in there. And so that's why we get Herman. Okay, sure. We see the room and we see all the electronic stuff in the back. There is this vibe of like Pee Wee Herman, like silly, which makes sense because it's like the Munsters. And there's little sound effects, little things like that. We see his head's wrapped up and we see the electrical charges hitting Herman's body and shocking him. And then we see Lily, basically he's making a spouse for her. And she says that she wants all these qualities and stuff. And then we have these weird like pigmen or something waiting in line, or people waiting in line for that. And then you see Lily in a crypt, in a coffin. I'm sorry, I don't like her delivery when she's sitting down. I'm not being harsh, I'm being honest. There's this cheesiness that comes along with this that I was not expecting, and here's why. Because although the Munsters is silly, it's not cheesy. Like, Yvonne De Carlo's portrayal was very real in the sense of, like, you just saw that that's Lily. That wasn't her overacting. There's a little bit of overacting here. Let me say, maybe it's just the caliber of actor. Maybe it's Dan Roebuck. I like his accent of Grandpa. It's almost exact. It sounds like Al Lewis. Like, it's amazing. He's the one who's blowing me out of the water right now, okay? Herman's voice, I'm not liking. He's like, well, Lily, he had this high-pitched voice, and then he's like, well, son. When he would, so he had this range, and I'm not seeing this range in this act. We may see more, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing in the trailer. I love Grandpa. I don't care about the whole curls thing. It's just a little difference in make him a costume. Then there's it's really Nosferatu. It's a Dracula, right? I think I was like, that's her father. No, that's not. That's Grandpa, excuse me. Maybe it's her brother. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some type of thing. But then we see Herman all made up. So, okay, so we have Hurley, who's essentially playing Jorge Garcia. He's playing like the assistant here, and they're trying to find this partner for Lily. But then Herman's voice is just so normal. And so I see little moments of okayness with Herman. But even the music that I'm hearing in the background right now gives me Addams Family vibes from the 90s, like the Raul Julia, like which is okay. But I'm feeling Addams Family vibes. Is anyone else feeling that? Herman's singing, okay, with this, I get that, because obviously, I mean, he's done this before, it's in the show, and she's like falling in love with him. Then this weird thing where he's like, okay, this is okay. I see, because I don't want to be, this is not me being negative, it's me being honest. I like them drinking out of the skull. I was questioning this image, because this image was like telling us the trailer was coming, and then this is the image that they were using, and I was questioning it a little bit, but it's all right. I like it moving more. I like him in this old-timey car. I guess that's after their wedding, because Herman is in a purple tux, and they're like waving along. He is super green. He looks like the mask, like the Jim Carrey mask. I don't know. I think Shuri Moon is sweet. I just don't know about her in this part. That's what I'm thinking right now. There are portions of Herman that are all right, and it's kind of silly, but I don't feel the force that Fred Gwynne had. Here's where I'm getting really analytical, because I'm seeing it now in the trailer. So they're going on dates and things, and okay, I hear the laugh. It's similar. It's a little different. He's not doing a carbon copy. It's silly-esque. It's Herman. It's all right. It's all right. And then we have the actual final song, the black and white part, mixed with color. They're on a plane. They're in front of the mansion. We're getting a lot more in this trailer, obviously, just showing us what's going on. A little bit of the teaser trailer there. Lily dancing, I like that. I like her mannerisms. I know some people say they're mechanical and they're a little forced. I mean, she has studied them. You can tell because she's doing them. The thing is, they're not as maybe natural. I think Yvonne DiCarlo wasn't copying anyone. They were just natural to what she was doing and what she thought the character was. And so this is more studying Yvonne DiCarlo, doing Yvonne DiCarlo. Does that make sense? So I hope this is all ringing a bell, or at least valuable to you, because it's helping me dissect what I'm looking at. I like Grandpa. I don't know. Let me tell you, forget what he looks like, because I know a lot of people are hung up on that. I'm looking at the performance. I like him. I really like Dan Roebuck, because I'm liking the performance that I'm seeing with him. He's great at Grandpa, as Grandpa. Outside the Munsters mansion. It's going to be black and white. Back in. So Herman's voice squeaks. It's like ratings from Transylvania. I guess Herman did that, kind of. Not really. Maybe it's his own touch to it. There's these little sounds. Like these cartoony sounds. And Grandpa looks great. Like he looks older, and Dan Roebuck is not older. Herman is so green. And then coming September, yeah, that's what struck me the most. I mean, July, we're halfway through July. August, September. I'm going to be watching this no matter what. I'm going to review the film. I'm going to tell you bad or good. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this film, because I technically already watched it twice, is going to be an interesting one. I don't think it's going to be for everyone. I don't think everyone's going to like it. I think that I'm going to watch it and like it and understand what it is. I know what I'm getting myself into with this trailer now. It's on exactly what I expected. It's going to be childlike. It's going to be PG. It's not going to be super bloody gory. I can already tell we already knew that, but I can already see and tell from what I'm looking at. And that's a good thing. I'm not upset about that at all. We kind of asked for that. But I think the flavor of cheesiness / cartoonish is Rob Zombie. And that's just what it is. And it's not exactly what I expected. I just wish it were a little more in the vein of comedy and timing to what we know as the Munsters. I think maybe another director would have been able to do that. And again, I think Rob Zombie's doing an insurmountable, it's like he can never win, because if he makes a carbon copy, people are going to say he's just making a carbon copy. He makes it different, people are going to say they butchered it. If he makes it his own, then he's going to be happy. So he's making the product that he believes is most faithful, but also him, right? So we have to understand that. And there's going to be people who are going to be like it and don't. So for me, it's going to be a watch. It's going to be interesting. I am definitely not as excited as I was during the teaser trailer. I think my expectations came back down to reality. I want to know what you think. I want to know your thoughts. This is very important because this is film. Like, we're studying film, we're studying techniques, we're studying directing skills, we're studying acting skills and performance. And I never thought I would be here like critiquing their performance. And they know their performance is being critiqued. So I'm not here, believe me, I'm not here saying that I could do a better job. That's my purpose here. I'm just showing you what I'm saying. And, my hat's off to them because they're doing their best and they're putting months and years of their life into this project. So I salute them for that. And yeah, the fans will speak. I'm just one fan. And these are my thoughts. I think my expectations have been subsided a little bit. I think once we see the next trailer, we'll get a little more idea. But I think I know where it's going. Not necessarily bad, but this is like a Pee Wee Herman-esque type movie. Not necessarily a bad thing. It is something very unique for 2022, so I will give them that. There seems to be a bit of range with the locations they're going to. There is a lot of CGI. I do see a lot of backgrounds with CGI. I don't know how I feel about that. But it is timely. It is timey, like an old-timey piece. So hopefully that rings well. Again, I want to know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm glad I'm able to give you my thoughts because after all, this is what this is. This is a commentary channel, so I will comment in here all of your comments. So thank you so much for the support. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, everyone, be hopeful. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, especially my Diamond tier patrons. New patron Gerard D, David D, Citizen Kane 359, Greg S, Kevin K, Ricky, Sally, and Vito L. Make sure to check the links in the description to see how you could be on this list as well.